You're all idiots.
She should sue you.
Well, you should sue McDonald's because they f***ed you up, all right?
What if Superman was a drunk, sloppy Will Smith? Hancock answers that question. I remember seeing this movie when I was a kid, and it comes back to my memory every 5 years. So right on time, this movie came back to my memory. There's some parts of this movie that I will never forget, for better or for worse. I feel like no one has done a review like this on YouTube, so I wanted to see a video made on it. It's one of the most random movies that comes to my mind, and it's been some time since I've seen it. So let's see if it's good or bad, or it's just somewhere in between. By the way, thanks for 4,000 subscribers. The last video I posted absolutely blew the heck up. I'm glad y'all enjoyed it, and thank you so much, and God bless, truly from the bottom of my heart. We're almost at 5K already, so should there be some sort of special milestone video? I don't know, let's just get into the video. The movie starts with this crazy crime chase and then cuts to Hancock. He's basically Will Smith if he stuck to his rapping career instead of acting.
They refer to me as soft. Yeah, more like Microsoft.
Hancock! Bad guys?
What, you want a cookie? Tell on my face.
What do you say me for?
Why does this little kid know this man? And why does he know him well enough to know that he'd be hung over on a bench? Hancock picks up the hen dog and then dang! So Hancock gets busy and does what all good heroes do and destroys property while trying to stop the criminals.
His head is going up your ass. Your head is going up my ass.
I can't tell you how disgusted I am.
So they break this man's booze and he don't like that. So he decides to give them the old King Richard special.
Oh, wow. You broke my glasses. Take my Ray-Bans.
After the whole car chase thing, Hancock decides to chill at the bar drawing his doodles, and this old racist lady is staring right at him.
I'll break my foot off in your ass, woman.
This old racist lady minds her business. This woman wants to get with him for some reason, and they head back to the place, and they show the scene that low-key always disturbed me as a kid. I won't show it, but if you know, you know. Whoever wrote this scene, what possessed you to even think of this happening? Anyway, the woman is equally disturbed and dips, leaving Hancock alone again. The next scene, they introduce Big Ray, and he... Why did I call him Big Ray? The next scene, they introduce Big Ray, and he tries to get a multi-million-dollar company to sell their product for free.
Here to talk to you about charitable giving. And here's all you need to do to qualify. We would like for you to give that product away for free.
Are you a crackpot?
What kind of sales pitch is that? Big Ray is so upset, he decides to park on a train track. Nah, he's just stupid. Anyway, Hancock comes and saves the man from being splattered. Since he saved this man, the people call Hancock a jerk like that one scene from One Punch Man.
You're all idiots.
She should sue you.
Well, you should sue McDonald's because they f***ed you up, all right?
Big Ray decides to stand up for him and invites him over for meatballs, but the wife does not vibe with Hancock, probably for good reason.
Hey, all right, little buddy.
Are you okay?
It's a joke. I was trying to... He got it. She didn't get it.
That boy did not get it. He was just as terrified as her. Ray asks Hancock to let him work with him. Hancock realizes that he is indeed broke, so he decides to team up with Ray.
Easy now, sir.
Okay, the people have been calling you an a-hole this whole movie. It might as well be your nickname at this point. Why did you decide to crash out on this little boy? So Ray and Hancock talk about how he's a terrible person and super neglectful. Ray wants to turn him into a superhero like the comics, but Hancock isn't buying it. Dog, I wouldn't be either. What kind of hero is this? Volker? Vax? How the heck did you afford this big old house when you can't even do your job right? Twice.
Give that product away for free.
After watching the news, Big Ray suggests that Hancock turn himself in. Somehow he agrees and just goes to prison. But when he gets there, everyone and their mama want to press him. Why? He seems to be pretty well known. This man flies around and has super strength. What possessed these people to be looking for problems with this man? They gotta be bored. Well, they get what they were looking for, and we get another scene that deeply scarred me as a kid. I can't hold you. What the heck is this scene, bro? Again, why did the writers think this was something that needed to be done? And what's Hancock's obsession with this whole centaur situation? Even he looks disturbed. Big Ray is bold as heck and presses Hancock to stay in prison, so they brainstorm and try to rehabilitate Hancock. After that, we get this whole filler montage of literally just stuff happening, and Hancock finally decides to open up about himself in the group therapy session.
I'm Hancock, and I drink and stuff.
Turns out the crime rate without Hancock is astronomically high, so they ask him to help clean up the streets. When he arrives on the scene, instead of helping anyone, he just decides to slowly walk towards the scene, mewing like he's in some sort of fan edit. When he does get to the scene, he helps out this lady.
Do I have permission to touch your body?
No.
Cuts this guy's hand off and saves the day. Okay, my question is, where does this man live? Gotham? Why are these normal civilians committing these high-level crimes? Since Hancock is a superhero now, they release him and he's having a dinner with Big Ray and his wife, Mary. It's revealed that Hancock is over 80 years old and has no memory of who he was.
I'm sorry.
You ain't do nothing.
Are you sure about that?
So Hancock kisses Mary and she tosses him through the house. Then she has the audacity to say,
"If Ray finds out about me, you're dead."
"Ma'am, there's a massive hole in your house. You might be cooked." Nah, she just tells Ray that Hancock sneezed.
I don't think our house could take much more of your sneezing.
That's unfortunate. This is Kilborn.
I love how Ray just doesn't care that there's a massive hole in his crib. I mean, what is he gonna do when Will Smith's Superman caused this to happen? You know, I wouldn't be surprised if he decided not to mess with the real Will Smith. Also, I want to mention how this movie sometimes is shot like The Office. Like there's these weird zooms and pans, like the cameraman is in the room with them. After Hancock tries to end Mary a few times, she finally tells him that they can talk about it.
My place at 4 o'clock.
Whatever.
Okay, I get how famous Hancock is now, but why in the world does everyone know where he lives? He told her where to meet like it's common knowledge. Before we see all that, we get this weird villain alliance, I guess.
How did it make you feel?
Sore. Bad.
It's because he took your power.
No, it's not. They didn't have any power to begin with. It's because this man's head was inside of his butthole. Okay, so what are y'all gonna do for real? Who y'all got, fake Big Show? Go on somewhere with that, man.
Who are we to each other?
We're brother and sister.
So they talk about it, and it turns out they're the last ones left of some species. I don't know. They don't say much about it. Hancock presses her about kissing him and threatens to tell Ray about it.
I hate to burst your little crazy lady bubble. What did you say? Cuckoo.
What, do all of y'all have trigger words? They get to squabbling, not caring at all about who gets hurt from it. Like, look what's going on. There had to have been at least a ton of serious injuries. They crash into Ray's building and he gets a glimpse of what's been going on between them. When everyone gets back to Big Ray's place, Mary finally tells us that Hancock is her husband and they're forever drawn to each other and can't escape.
It appears you've been snow bunnied. Somebody sent me a picture because we have a snow bunny watch. We have a national black celebrity.
Hancock goes to the store to do some good old relapsing and ends up getting shot, but he's actually wounded this time, so they rush him to the hospital. This lady comes in and tells him that he has to leave. Why? Why does it have to be him? Can't you just fly out of there yourself? You already ruined your marriage by lying to your husbands. Also, you didn't get shot. She tells him that they're bound to be together and die like mortals. There's still a ton of missing pieces, like how in the world they got there in the first place. These knuckleheads actually break out of prison and come to the hospital and shoot at Mary. Who is this man for him to be pulling off these crazy feats like this? They need to write a movie about him for real. The bad men get the better of Hancock and Ray has to come to the rescue and save Hancock. After fighting, Hancock realizes he has to get away from Mary, so he decides to jump to the moon. But why though? It seemed like y'all were doing just fine living in the same city as each other. Anyway, Hancock lives somewhere else in the world and he got his wife took and happily ever after. Hancock is one of those movies that I can't explain. Like, who asked for this? Was it based on some book or comic? Who knows? All I know is this movie is pretty weird. I never thought I needed to see a drunk Will Smith Superman, but here we are. It has some pretty good moments and most moments were meh. I guess it really wasn't bad. Like, there were no bad moments per se.
Are you sure about that?
That being said, what did you think? Comment below. I'm also still taking requests. I just never saw a review on this movie, and I just wanted to make one. But that being said, I guess it is time for my Friday rollout, huh? Stay tuned for that. Like, share, subscribe if you like my vibe. Thanks again for 4,000 subscribers. If you want to see some special video to celebrate 5K, just give me some ideas. Glory be to God.
Are you a crackpot?